Stop right now if you're planting peppers this season, because 7 common garden neighbors are silently killing your harvest. You may not see it happening, but these plants are draining nutrients, spreading pests, and releasing chemicals that stunt your peppers before they even set fruit. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal exactly which plants to avoid, why they're dangerous, and the simple fixes that protect your crop. Imagine heavy, healthy peppers instead of stunted, yellowing plants with few fruits. That's the difference you'll see when you remove the wrong neighbors and choose smarter companions. Peppers are sensitive plants, and their success depends not only on soil and water, but also on who they grow beside. The wrong neighbors can sabotage your garden without you realizing it, blocking sunlight, competing for nutrients, or carrying diseases that spread quickly in hot summer beds. This isn't superstition or old wives' tales, it's proven plant science. Today, I'll walk you through the 7 plants you must never grow near peppers, explain the invisible ways they harm your harvest, and show you what to plant instead for stronger growth and bigger yields. By the end, you'll know how to redesign your garden beds so your peppers thrive, not struggle. Why companion planting matters. Companion planting is more than just tradition. It's plant science at work in your garden. Every plant interacts with its neighbors, above and below the soil. Some release natural chemicals through their roots that suppress growth in nearby plants, a process called allelopathy. Others compete aggressively for water and nutrients, leaving weaker crops starved. And many share pests or diseases, creating a fast-moving chain of problems when planted side by side. For peppers, these interactions are critical. They're sensitive plants that need balanced nutrition, full sunlight, and protection from pests to produce heavy yields. Put the wrong neighbor next to them, and you'll see stunted growth, yellowing leaves, or poor fruit set, even if your soil and watering are perfect. On the other hand, the right companions can boost peppers by deterring insects, improving soil health, and even enhancing flavor. Understanding companion planting means you're not just growing plants, you're designing a system where each crop supports the other. It's the difference between a struggling pepper bed and one that thrives with strong stems and abundant fruit. That's why knowing which plants to avoid and which to welcome is the foundation of smarter, more productive gardening. Plant number 1, fennel. Fennel might look harmless, but it's one of the worst neighbors for peppers. The plant produces allelopathic compounds, natural chemicals released through its roots that suppress the growth of nearby crops. Peppers exposed to fennel often show stunted growth, yellowing leaves, and reduced fruit set. On top of that, fennel's tall stalks cast shade, limiting the sunlight peppers need for strong photosynthesis. The problem isn't just competition for nutrients, it's active chemical warfare underground. Gardeners sometimes plant fennel as a pollinator attractor, but it should always be isolated in its own bed or container. If you've already planted fennel near peppers, consider transplanting one of them to a separate area. Composting fennel leaves directly into pepper beds can also cause issues, so keep residues away. The fix is simple. Grow fennel far from peppers, ideally in pots, and instead, pair peppers with companions like basil or marigolds that enhance growth rather than suppress it. Plant number 2, potatoes. Potatoes and peppers share more than just soil. They share pests and diseases. Both belong to the Solanaceae family, making them vulnerable to blight, wilt, and nematodes. When planted together, the risk of cross-infections skyrockets. Potatoes are heavy feeders, pulling nutrients from the soil that peppers also need, especially potassium and phosphorus. This nutrient drain leaves peppers weak and less productive. In hot climates like Cornwall, blight spreads quickly, and once it hits potatoes, peppers nearby are almost guaranteed to suffer. Another issue is root competition. Potatoes spread underground tubers that crowd pepper roots, limiting their access to water and nutrients. The solution is crop rotation. Never plant potatoes and peppers in the same bed during the same season. If space is limited, separate them with at least one raised bed's distance. Instead of potatoes, consider planting carrots or onions near peppers, which improve soil balance and don't share the same disease risks. Plant number 3, brassicas, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower. Brassicas are nutrient hogs. Cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower demand high levels of nitrogen and calcium, stripping the soil of resources peppers rely on for fruit development. When peppers grow beside brassicas, they often show signs of nutrient deficiency: weak stems, curled leaves, and poor fruit set. Brassicas also create dense foliage that blocks airflow, increasing humidity around peppers and encouraging fungal growth. Another hidden issue is root exudates. Brassicas release compounds that alter soil microbiology, sometimes suppressing beneficial microbes peppers depend on. The fix is spacing. Keep brassicas in their own bed, far from peppers. If you must grow them nearby, enrich the soil with compost and organic amendments to reduce competition. Better companions for peppers include leafy herbs like basil or parsley, which don't compete heavily for nutrients and can even deter pests. Think of brassicas as heavy eaters at the table. If they sit next to peppers, your peppers go hungry. Plant number 4, beans. Beans are often praised for fixing nitrogen in the soil, but for peppers, that's not always a blessing. Excess nitrogen pushes peppers into producing lush green foliage at the expense of flowers and fruit. You'll end up with tall, leafy plants, but very few peppers. Beans also attract aphids, which easily migrate to pepper plants and spread viral diseases. Their climbing habit can shade peppers if grown too close, reducing sunlight exposure. While beans are excellent companions for corn or leafy greens, they're poor partners for peppers. The fix is separation. Grow beans in a different plot, or at least several feet away. If you want nitrogen benefits for peppers, use controlled organic fertilizers or companion plants like carrots that balance the soil without overwhelming it. Remember, peppers thrive on balanced nutrition, not excess nitrogen. Keeping beans away ensures your peppers focus on fruit production, not just leafy growth. Plant number 5, eggplant. Eggplant belongs to the same nightshade family as peppers, which means they share pests and diseases. Flea beetles, spider mites, and verticillium wilt spread easily between the two crops. Planting them side by side creates a pest highway, where infestations move quickly from one plant to the other. Eggplants also compete for similar nutrients, especially potassium, leading to weaker pepper plants. In hot climates, this competition intensifies, leaving peppers stressed and vulnerable. The fix is crop separation. Don't plant eggplants and peppers in the same bed. Rotate them seasonally to break pest cycles. If you must grow both, place them in different sections of the garden and use pest-repelling companions like marigolds or garlic between them. Eggplants are excellent crops on their own, but they're risky neighbors for peppers. Keeping them apart ensures healthier plants and reduces the chance of losing both to the same disease outbreak. Plant number 6, corn. Corn towers over peppers, creating shade that limits sunlight and slows growth. Peppers need full sun to produce abundant fruit, and corn's height blocks that essential energy. Beyond shading, corn attracts pests like corn earworms and cutworms, which easily migrate to pepper plants. Corn also consumes large amounts of nitrogen, competing directly with peppers for soil nutrients. In mixed plantings, peppers often end up weak, spindly, and underproductive. The fix is clear. Grow corn in its own block, away from peppers. If you want to maximize space, plant corn with beans or squash in the traditional 3 sisters method, but keep peppers out of that mix. Instead, pair peppers with low-growing companions like basil or onions that don't compete for light or nutrients. Corn and peppers may both be summer crops, but they're incompatible neighbors. Keeping them apart ensures your peppers get the sunlight and nutrition they need. Plant number 7, black walnut. Black walnut trees are toxic to peppers. They release juglone, a chemical compound that inhibits the growth of many plants, including peppers. Even fallen leaves, husks, or roots in the soil can poison peppers, causing wilting, yellowing, and eventual death. The effect isn't immediate. It builds up over time, making it hard to diagnose until it's too late. Walnut trees also cast heavy shade, further stressing peppers. The fix is avoidance. Never plant peppers near black walnut trees. If you already have walnuts on your property, grow peppers in raised beds or containers far from the tree's root zone. Regularly clear fallen leaves and husks to reduce juglone buildup. Better companions for peppers include herbs and flowers that repel pests and enrich the soil. Black walnut is a powerful tree, but it's a deadly neighbor for peppers. Keeping distance is the only way to protect your crop.
Now you know the 7 plants that silently sabotage your peppers: fennel, potatoes, brassicas, beans, eggplant, corn, and black walnut. Each one brings hidden problems: chemical toxins, nutrient competition, shared pests, or heavy shade. By keeping these neighbors away, you protect your peppers from stunted growth, poor fruit set, and disease outbreaks. Imagine the different lush, healthy plants loaded with peppers instead of weak stems and yellowing leaves. The good news is that the fix is simple. Redesign your garden beds with smarter companions like basil, onions, carrots, or marigolds. Rotate crops seasonally, use containers when space is tight, and enrich your soil with compost to keep peppers thriving. These small changes add up to bigger harvests and fewer headaches. So before you plant this season, take a moment to check your garden map. Move the wrong neighbors out, bring the right ones in, and watch your peppers transform. If this video helped you spot a hidden problem in your garden, hit the like button, subscribe for more practical growing tips, and share your experience in the comments. And don't forget to download the companion planting guide linked below, your blueprint for healthier, more productive pepper beds.